Yes, my peoples, it's Chunkz and I'm here on the Pro Direct YouTube channel. Now listen guys, we asked you for some of your unpopular opinions and I have to react to them and see if you guys are waffling or I actually agree with your take. So this first one is from @1STXI Boots and his statement is, EFL is the real English football, not the Premier League. Now, being a fan of Arsenal who's been in the Premier League since I can remember, I don't think we've ever been relegated. I'm gonna have to disagree with the statement. I do understand what you mean in terms of, I think it's more limbs down there, it's more like maybe fun. I don't think it's as tactical. There's much more like Mavericks in the league. So I can understand what you mean, but unfortunately, if we're talking about quality of football, 100% every day of the week, the Premier League. But I'm not disrespecting the EFL because some absolute ballers have come from there. But for me, I do understand, that's definitely an unpopular opinion. All right, so this next one is from Shane Bennett, which says, Edwin van der Sar would go in my all-time United 11 over Peter Schmeichel. Now this one, for me, isn't crazy because I wasn't old enough to be watching Peter Schmeichel in his prime. You know what I mean? So, Shane, if you are like in your 20s, then it's only fair to say that you only watch Edwin van der Sar. So I get why you'd say that because you didn't watch Peter Schmeichel. But if you're in your 40s and that's your opinion, then fair play, that's your opinion. Because some people will say Peter Schmeichel is the greatest of all time and you clearly will say Van der Sar. I don't think it's a crazy take though. But then if we're looking at now, all-time, he says, we'll go in my all-time United 11. That's cool, yeah, not Premier League, yeah, that's fine, that's no problem. Because I thought you said all-time Premier League and I was about to say, yeah, mate, relax there, because there's someone called Petr Cech.
Who goes in goal for your
all-time Arsenal?
If you had to pick an all-time, United and Arsenal.
All-time United and Arsenal. Goal is going to be Van der Sar, because Petr Cech was finito by the time he came to Arsenal. Right back, Lauren or Gary Neville. Centre backs, we'll give it to, I prefer Rio Ferdinand, and then I'd say Sol Campbell. Left back, Ashley Cole. We're playing three in the middle. It's Vieira, Scholes, and Fabregas maybe? Am I missing another United centre mid? Carrick, I don't know, I think I'd say, yeah, Vieira, Scholes, Fabregas. Right wing, we'll give you Giggs. Up front, Thierry, and the left I'm gonna play, right, I'm gonna play Wayne Rooney. Up front, I'm gonna play Thierry. Left, I'm gonna play Cristiano Ronaldo. I think that's a solid 11. Let me know if I'm missing anyone, because I could be.
Did you put left back?
Left back, Ashley Cole.
Oh.
Would you say Patrice?
No, I didn't know if you think Skelly's going to be better.
He said Skelly. Skelly is en route to that. But right now, at 18 years old, I think that's a disrespect to Ashley Cole, Dennis Owen, Patrice Evra. Yeah, we have to respect the man. So, I don't think it's a crazy shout to say Edwin van der Sar because I didn't watch Peter Schmeichel either. Next up, from Hayden Sell, says Neymar had more raw talent than Messi and Ronaldo and would have become the GOAT if not for injuries. Now, you've lost your mind. Yeah? Now, if we're talking about talent, Neymar definitely had a lot of talent being that kid from Santos, but Messi was something else, man. I remember him, and there was a Champions League final, I think he was on a bench, maybe I could be wrong, but he was been implemented into that team from 07 at least, and the longevity he's had. Raw talent, I generally think it is a good argument because Neymar does have a lot of raw talent, but Messi, unfortunately. And also, I don't agree with the statement because you said he would have became the GOAT if not for the injuries. I don't think it was for the injuries. I think for me, it's his decisions of picking teams. Like leaving Barcelona to go to PSG for me was the stupidest move I've ever seen in my life. Because I think he wanted to be a main man somewhere else and try to win them anything, but he didn't win anything in terms of Champions Leagues. So I don't think, I guess that the injuries were bad, but that move was very silly, man. If he just stayed in Barcelona for longer, who knows?
What's your top three then in terms of GOATs?
My top three in terms of GOATs would be Messi first, Ronaldo second, and then R9 third. But if we're talking favourites, R9, Messi, CR7. Because I love Ronaldo, El Phenomenal, Brazilian Ronaldo. He will always be my true Ronaldo. But respect to CR7. Neymar.
Did you think Messi was like, did you go, now he's the best when he scored against Arsenal in the Champions League final? Is that what
Who?
Messi.
No, Messi was in the squad. I don't think he played in the Champions League final. But I'm saying, like, I knew Messi was a GOAT very early on. You know what I mean? Just watching him doing what he does in the La Liga, and of course that year where I think he scored 91 or 95 goals in the calendar year is when I started to understand. Okay, I think by 2015, 2016, I knew that Messi was the GOAT. So I wasn't them kind of people that changed my mind last minute in the 2022 World Cup and decided that Messi was the GOAT. Messi has always been the GOAT, but CR7 is damn near close. You know what my unpopular opinion is? Which just sounds crazy. Neymar is closer to Ronaldo than Ronaldo is to Messi. Now that's an unpopular opinion. Because I think Ronaldo, so I'll say, look, Messi's here, Ronaldo's here, and Neymar's there. Do you get what I mean? Like, Messi's... Now, kill me in the comments if you want. I know there's a lot of CR7 fanboys. Speed started something stupid, man. But you know what? That's my opinion.
How close are R9 and Messi then?
Now, okay, look, are we talking sense, logical? I know that CR7 is better than R9. But for me, in terms of favourites, R9, Messi, Ronaldo. Generally, that's for me. I know football, huh? Anyway, we're gonna move on from that unpopular opinion and say, you are wrong. I get why it's unpopular. The next one is from Imagine 1 to 5ing. Desiree Doué, best under 20 player right now by far. So I think you forgot someone called Lamine Yamal. Where have you been? Imagine 1 to 5ing. You are a crazy boy, aren't you? Because you're talking about Desiree Doué that can't start for France compared to someone that has won the Euros at 18 years old, at 17 years old, sorry. Yeah, but if we're being honest now, let me not play about. Desiree Doué is absolutely incredible. He's an amazing player. I just watched him recently against Aston Villa. That first leg, absolutely ridiculous. And in general, Desiree Doué has been a very good player, but he is not better than Lamine Yamal. He is not. He is not better than Lamine Yamal, brother. Yeah, so that's not an unpopular opinion. It's just a stupid opinion. How about that then? We'll move on to the next one. Asan12398 says Yaya Toure was top 3 midfielders of all time. I want to move past it because this guy must be either drunk or from Ivory Coast, because that is not the truth. It really isn't. His prime was absolutely incredible, don't get it twisted, but he was not top 3 midfielders of all time. I can name you 3 better right now: Modric, Kroos, and Iniesta. Xavi's better than him. Kevin De Bruyne is better than him. I think he's on the same par as, like, we're talking Scholes, Lamps, Gerrard. That's maybe the vicinity we're talking there, which is like a tier 2/tier 3-ish. Tier 1, he can't look at them. So don't do that again. So what is it, drunk or Ivory Coast? Tell me.
Just double check that you're putting Scholes and Gerrard in tier 2, 3.
So I think tier 1, Zidane, Modric, Xavi, Iniesta. That's tier 1. Tier 2, at the top of tier 2, Kroos. Kevin De Bruyne is in that elk. Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard. That's the elk we're talking now. Yaya is either in the bottom of 2 or the top of 3 in tiers. That's my opinion. Argue with yourself. You come to see me. This is what I think. Josa Pereira says, everyone wearing tiny shin pads because no one tackles hard these days. No, I love that opinion. It's definitely not true, but I do love that opinion. I think with technology nowadays, they realise that maybe most of the tackles are coming from a particular angle, so that they cover that base, and they don't really care about the rest of it. To be fair, it is a good question. Why is it that the shin pads have gone from this big to that? Like, I am confused. But that is a funny opinion, so I do like it. I wouldn't agree with it, but I do like it. So fair play to Jose Pereira.
What's your shin pad of choice?
I don't wear shin pads. When I play on the pitch, like any time I play a charity match, side of a charity match the other day in Wembley, in front of 9,000 people, 2.5 million people live watching it. Just to add the numbers, raised over 4 million. Anyway, I wasn't wearing shin pads. I don't wear shin pads in general, man. I think that ruins the look. Like, why are you so scared, man? Go outside and have some fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a funny opinion. I do like it. Ken_Guhan said Quaresma would have been better than Ronaldo if he made the right choices. I think we're going to move on. I don't even want to listen to that generally. Yeah, sorry about that, mate. Next one is Caden Cox GK says Aguero was a better striker than Rooney, but Rooney was a better all-round player. Oh, you're a cheeky man. Caden Cox GK. Now, do you know what? I don't agree with it. But it's not outlandish, I don't think. Because Aguero he is, I think, the highest goal scorer for a foreign player in the Premier League. I could be wrong. Could I be wrong? I'm not sure. But Aguero was an absolute striker. But for me, Wayne Rooney was an all-round better player. He is. This is not a crazy point, man. I don't hate you for this. Because if we're being honest, Wayne Rooney played off the right, he played in the middle, like the centre mid. He didn't even like being a striker in the first place. So I can hear it, man. My bro, how you doing? Gabriel Martinez, just there on the right of us. But I do think it's not a bad unpopular opinion. I can understand why it'd be unpopular. But Wayne Rooney, for me, I think when you talk about Wayne Rooney, you just have to talk about him like he's up there, man. Like he's in and amongst the ranks of Thierry Henry. Is Aguero in there? Maybe. It's a good opinion, man. It really is. So the statement is Aguero was a better striker than Rooney, but Rooney was a better all-round player. I like it. Fear Evie 5000 says Manchester City's academy talents would beat Barcelona's. So who they got? Jadon Sancho, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden.
Also got
Morgan Rogers.
Tosin Adebayo.
They got class players, but if we're talking about now, Pedri is better than all of them.
Pedri was from Las Palmas.
Was he from Las Palmas?
Yeah.
He wasn't from.
Gavi was though.
Manchester City's academy talents would beat Barcelona's.
Cole Palmer.
Oh, we're talking all time.
I think it might be right now.
Manchester City's academy talents would beat Barcelona's. So who are we talking about from La Masia right now? Lamine Yamal.
Balde.
Alejandro Balde.
Gavi.
I can't lie. It's not outlandish. Kabasi is incredible. Oh, Kabasi. Okay, wait. If we're going player for player, I think Barcelona are better because Lamine Yamal is better than every single person in that City academy. Yeah.
Overfolded Palmer.
Yes. Lamine Yamal is better than him.
Rogers.
Yeah, Lamine. What are you doing?
No, I'm saying,
Big John is talking behind camera, talking about.
Players.
No, Lamine Yamal right now is better than all those players in the Man City academy. That's a fact. Kabasi is better than all the City academy centre backs. Fact. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? Gavi. I wish Pedri was not from Las Palmas because that would have been an easy argument. But if we're talking about 11v11, maybe they could win it. But La Masia has produced some absolutely talented players, so maybe some more respect, yeah? Relax. The next one is Mr. Adi Homer says Bale's career is better than Neymar's. It is, you know? It is. How many Champions Leagues do you have? 4? 3, 4 at least. Neymar don't have that. La Ligas, I'm not sure. I could check easily on my phone. But I think Bale made a very great decision moving from Spurs to Real Madrid, whereas I feel like Neymar's done the wrong thing by going from Barca to PSG, and for that reason it's hindered his career. Let me know, we're talking accolades, because now we've said a better career. When we're talking about better career, we're talking about accolades. It's not about who's a better player, because a better player, Neymar is a better player. But in terms of who's left the game a more decorated player, I think Bale has to be number one or over Neymar because of the Champions Leagues. And he did it in the big moments in the finals, you know what I mean? So, yeah, unfortunately, that is the truth for Neymar, unfortunately, anyway. Let me know in the comments if I'm waffling, because I could be wrong, of course. But you listen to me. Next one, Joey Saputo Jora. Don't know what that means. Oh, Joey Saputo Jr. Oops. Just have to combine everything together. Anyway, goalies should be penalised more for their challenges on players. Oh, I think he's talking about maybe that Mateta situation recently. Because what's happened to him? Did he get jail time?
Did he?
Should have happened. If that's what he means. I can understand what you mean, because I feel like they can completely take a player out and not even be given a red card at times, because they'll just be like, it's collision, you know what I mean? But then also I can feel sorry for the goalkeepers, because it's kind of like, what can they do? They are running at full pace, they can't react in a certain way, so I can also understand. If we're talking about some stupid situation, for example, that game against Millwall and Crystal Palace, that goalkeeper should literally be sent for GBH. So in that respect, I do understand it. But I think with momentum, a lot of it isn't their fault, so you can't really blame goalkeepers, I guess. So yeah, I do like your opinion now. Next one is Alex Bella 73, which says gold football boots are the best colourway. That's all subjective. Unpopular opinion, I don't know about that. Because for me, I'd say the black is the best. Some people say white, but then they get dirty too quick on the green grass. It's all an opinion at the end of the day. But gold football boots, I've never had a gold colourway, so maybe I need to try it in order to not knock it, maybe. Alex, thanks for that.
What's your all-time favourite boot?
Why I would rank up here right now, I'm playing with the Preds. Trent's one. You know, it was David Beckham. David Beckham's one, maybe? I don't know. That's before my time. They are class too. This one here says Alex Bellis again. Says Bolton, 0405 Bolton squad will be top 4 contenders in the Premier League today. So they've shown me the team here, which says Kevin Paul, Anthony Barnes, Julio Cesar, Kevin Nolan, Bruno Notti, Gary Speed, RIP, Stelios Giancopoulos, Henrik Pedersen, JJ Okocha, Ricardo Gardner, Kevin Davis, Radi Jaidi, and Ivan Campo. Don't get it twisted, absolutely incredible team. But top 4 is a stretch. Top 4 is a stretch. You think they'll try to do the Nottingham Forest? They wouldn't, man. I don't think they'll be able to do it. This team was absolutely incredible, don't get it twisted. But I think top 4 was mental. Maybe a top 8 stretch, I don't know, but no, not top 4, man. We just done some research there. They actually finished 6th, which means that they would have got a Europa League spot this year. That is mental. Fair play to Bolton, man, but nah, I don't think this team would make top 4. Right now, the game's changed completely, man. It's all tactics, no Mavericks allowed anymore. You can't go over the top. You have to follow a plan, so it's very annoying. And I don't think that JJ Okocha, someone like JJ Okocha would be allowed to have fun, you know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Dave LFC says Firmino was the best false 9 of all time. Who are we comparing him to? Who else is a false 9? Messi. Was he actually? If Messi was a false 9, then that just completely takes away your whole point. But in the respect that Messi's not a false 9, someone said João Felix, guys. Of course, João Felix can't lace Firmino's boots. But did Firmino have a 20-goal season? I don't know. I think Firmino was an incredible false 9, but for me, I need to see the false 9s to compare him to see if that's actually a valid point. Because I think he was very underrated, criminally underrated, because he was in the same team as Mane and Salah. This one I might come back to. it. Ow. Pro Direct Soccer _France.
It's the French Pro Direct.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
They say David Beckham's not a legend. That is not even, that is a cardinal sin. Of course he's a legend. He's an absolute icon. Like, if you talk about David Beckham, you talk about him in the respect of he's a legend. If you then said David Beckham was more famous than his football abilities, like, then I'd understand, you know what I mean? He was too famous in respect to his football ability. I'd understand where you're coming from. Him not being a legend is false. He's an absolute legend, man. Don't get it twisted, David Beckham was an absolute player, but I think that he went superstardom because of aesthetics and him being a marketable man. But you saying he's not a legend is crazy, Pro Direct. What's happening down there in France, man? You lot not checking your brains or something? He's an absolute legend. Don't say that. Real Madrid, Milan, LA Galaxy, he's got his own team in the MLS right now. Wife to Victoria Beckham. Come on, legend. You know what I mean? 100%, right?
Yeah.
Me. Ted_Carpo says, add golden goals to all competitions. First goal that wins.
In extra time, yeah.
I like it, you know. But it's also a bit harsh. But I like it. But it's harsh. You know what? We had a time where golden goal was a thing and they removed it for a reason. Don't bring it back. I think we stick to what we have right now. 30 minutes extra time, penalties. I think maybe what you should do is one competition have golden goals. So for example, the Euros, but don't have it in the World Cup and Champions League and Europa League. You know what I mean? Or just stick it into the Europa League, just to see if it works potentially. But you said all competitions. I don't agree. Next up, Abdullahi Agor says the current UCL format is way more entertaining for fans. Correct. I completely agree with that. I was saying that the other day. I love it because I feel like you see games you haven't seen in ages. We saw Arsenal Inter Milan. We've seen Liverpool Real Madrid in the build-up. We saw some humongous games. PSG Liverpool, I think was. Oh no, that was maybe the quarters. Or this like round of 16. But I think we've seen much more entertaining games we haven't seen in a long time. Because with being an Arsenal fan in the Champions League, all I'm used to is seeing either Barcelona or Bayern Munich. I'm so bored. So the fact that we managed to see Real Madrid, and hopefully by the time the video is out, we smashed them already, because we're currently waiting for the second leg. But I think that I completely agree with your statement, man. Completely agree with your statement. This has been my favourite statement so far, genuinely. It's much more entertaining. Travchenko7 says goalkeeper is the hardest position to master. Big John's behind agreeing with it. I think
Damn right.
that's absolute cap. That's absolute cap, man. I think it's the easiest on the pitch. If we're being honest, think about it, guys. You're playing 90 minutes, yeah? Physically, you're going side to side, yeah? If we're talking about in terms of physical, the players that are playing in the centre mid positions, the fullback, they're bombing up and down. It's very straining, very tiring. Like, you don't really hear of goalkeepers getting injured, and if you do, his name is Mike Maignan, yeah, from AC Milan. Let's be honest. Like, it's don't get it twisted, it's a very difficult position, but it's not the hardest. No way. No absolute way. To master, what does that even mean? Like, I don't agree with that at all. I think to be a centre mid, very, very difficult. To be a striker to score goals is probably easier than to be a fullback where you're bombing up and down. It's such a strain on you physically, mentally, coming up against a player, always thinking about he's going to go left, he's going to go right. With the goalkeepers, if he's shifting up his body, he's giving you time to react to the goal because he's hitting it from far away. Of course, now penalties, yeah, it's very difficult, but a goalkeeper doesn't get shunned for for not saving a penalty. Like, you don't have to. If you do, you're the champion. If you don't worry about it, mate. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not. Don't get it twisted. I'm not downplaying them, but I'm also not going to give them too much props. That's just my opinion. Goalkeepers, let me know. Big John, you know what? You're there. Did you want to, I think just for this bit, come inside. Come.
All I'm going to say is you're the biggest liar. Goalkeeper is the hardest position because who gets the biggest blame if anything messes up? If a striker messes up?
Defenders.
No, it's goalkeepers. It's goalkeepers. And think
yeah,
about,
if you mess up, just don't mess up.
And think about it as well, yeah? To master, to be amazing at a goal.
So who's the master goalkeeper?
Like Neuer.
Okay, so why did Stankovic do that to him?
Well, yeah, that's one person, and that's when he wasn't even a master. Then he became a master. No, think about it.
What Messi dinked him?
Look at Arsenal, right? They ended up having to get a different goalkeeper. It's a very important position if you want to win.
Important.
No,
he said the most important.
100%.
Get out of it.
Then what?
Go.
A fullback.
Centre mid.
Fullback's not even a real position, like. You know?
Whoa! He's lost his mind there.
So you disagreeing with Travchenko?
I'm disagreeing with that. Absolutely disagree with Travchenko. I think you're not talking logically. But quickly look, they said James. So another one says, Mr. Mogi says James Ward-Prowse is a better free kick taker than Lionel Messi. I agree. Next one says Dele Alli's prime was better than Jude Bellingham. I don't want to get into that because we'll be here for longer than 5 minutes. But I really have enjoyed these unpopular opinions, guys. Please make sure you send over some more because I enjoyed it. So let me know what you think I was correct about or maybe incorrect about. And without further ado, guys, I've been Chunkz. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that button so you're notified when we upload here on the Pro Direct YouTube channel. I've been Chunkz. Take care.